Hey learners, it's time to play with some sounds again. Let's warm up those listening ears. We're going to start with rhyming words, words that sound the same at the end. Which word rhymes with block? Boat or clock? Clock. Which word rhymes with spend? Friend or swift? Friend. Which word rhymes with plate? State or black? State. Which word rhymes with green? Glove or clean? Clean. I'm going to give you two words. They both start with the same sound. Can you tell me what sound you hear at the beginning of both words? Clown, classic. Cla. Princess, prepare. Pra. Treasure, travel. Tra. Brilliant, breakfast. Bruh. Very good. This time, let's take sounds and let's put them back together to make a word. Okay, so it'll go like this. B-r-a-in. All together. Brain. S-l-i-m. Slim. S-t-ep. Step. Plate. Plate. Front. Front. Very good. This time we're going to do the opposite. We're going to start with the whole word and we're going to break it apart into its sounds. Flute. F-l-u-t. Flute. Crust. K-r-u-st. Crust. Steak. S-t-a-k. Steak. Bread. B-r-ed. Bread. Trim. T-r-im. Trim. Last one. Sweet. S-w-e-t. Sweet. Very good. Let's start with the end of a word and add a new sound to the beginning to make a whole new word. Like this. Rush, add b. Brush. Rack, add k. Crack. Ruck, add t. Truck. Rag, add b. Brag. Very good. Let's get our choppers ready. This time we're going to chop off the first sound and figure out what's left over. Ready? Drip, chop, d. Rip. Grant, chop, g. Grant. Frill, chop, f. Rill. Trick, chop, t. Rick. Draft, chop, d. Raft. Excellent. Now let's build some brand new words by changing the first sound. Snail, change shn to tr. Trail. Drop, change dr to fl. Flop. Flake, change fl to br. Break. Grow, change gr to bl. Blow. Twice, change tw to sp. Spice. All right, Smarties. This time, let's review all of our letter sounds and a couple of familiar digraphs. I'll hold up a card as quick as you can. Say the sound k. I'm going to use my phone to time us. Let's see if we can make it under a minute through all of our letter sounds and some digraphs. You ready? All right, here we go. K. R. Qu. M. X. V. L. Y. A. T. Sh. D. A. D. J. E. I. W, B, G, N, Z, S, K. Wow, friends, we were so close. 1 minute and 3 seconds. Great work.
Welcome to Phonics. Today our focus is on long vowels. Their vowels can make different sounds. They can make the short sound, a, I, or they can make a long sound, a, e, I, o, u. Today we're going to specifically focus on long vowels, words that have a silent E at the end. That's just one of the clues that tells us when the word is going to be a long vowel instead of a short vowel. Long vowel words can be made by the silent E. You'll want to look at the end of the word, notice the E, and that the E is going to be silent. And lastly, notice how it then changes the vowel in the middle of the word to a long sound. Alrighty, let's give it a try. Here comes my first word. Watch how I build it. We've got a beginning sound. Oh, there's a vowel. I'm not sure yet if that's going to be a short sound or a long sound. I'll have to look at the whole word. Here comes a consonant. Oh, there's that E at the end. I notice the E, and I'm thinking that the E will probably be silent at the end of the word, and probably this letter A will make the A sound instead of the A sound. Let's give it a try. A, D. Made. I made a present for someone. Made. Nice job noticing that E at the end. Let's try another one. Oh, here's a vowel. I'm not sure yet if that's going to be a short vowel, I, or the long vowel, I. I'll have to look through to the end of the word. V. Ah, there is an E at the end. So the E is probably silent, and it probably will change this I sound to the long sound I. Let's give it a try. I, v. Hive. Oh, like I saw a beehive on my hike the other day. Hive. Let's try one more. Begins with a consonant. I've got a vowel, but I'm not sure yet if it's going to make an ah or the O sound. I'll have to look for some more clues. Oh, there it is. Do you see the E at the end? The E will probably be silent, and it will probably change this vowel sound to a long sound. So instead of being ah, let's try O. P, owl. Pole, like a telephone pole. Today we took a look at long vowel words. Now it's time to play a game to help us practice reading our high-frequency words. The game I chose today is called Memory. You can make this game at home. Choose 10 words from your high-frequency word list that you want to practice. Then make cards, so write each of the words on a card, something like this. Then take turns looking for matches. When you find a match, keep it. If the two words don't match, put them back down. Here, let's try it out. I already wrote all my words on the cards. I'm going to lay them flat. Alrighty, my turn first. I'll flip over 2 cards. I'll read the word. Some, they. Is that a match? No, so I flip them back down. Let's see. Some, I saw that one before. Some, it's a match. I'll put them together right over here. Alrighty, here comes another turn. They, where, not a match. Did you notice how I say the word each time I flip it up? Let's see, where. Do Do you remember where the word where is? Oh yeah, it was right here. Where? I've got another match. Alrighty, let's see. They match. Today we played the game of memory. This is a game you could play at home too to help you practice snap words. Choose your words, make your cards, and then take turns looking for matches.
Hi readers, Mrs. Kovalevich back again to share another book with you. Have you ever helped your family get ready for a special celebration or party? What kinds of things did you do to get ready for that celebration? What materials or things did you need for that celebration? All around the world, people have special ways to celebrate special days. What days or events does your family celebrate? Does your family celebrate birthdays or Hanukkah or Eid? One day that some people celebrate is Independence Day. It is a day people celebrate their country's freedom. In the United States of America, we celebrate Independence Day on the 4th of July. Other countries celebrate their Independence Days on different days. Different countries' Independence Days are celebrated in lots of different ways. In the story we'll read today, Maria's Family Celebration, Maria and her brother Luis are getting ready for a special celebration that their family is going to have for Mexican Independence Day. Let's read to find out how Maria and Luis get ready for this special celebration. Maria's Family Celebration, written by Mary Beth Boltz, illustrated by Angela Comstra Jacobson. Maria's Family Celebration. Mama, Papa, Emily, Louise, Maria. It is Mexican Independence Day. Maria and Louise are getting ready for a big party. We can decorate the house, says Maria. Let's paint a picture of our family. Mama was born first. She is the oldest, says Maria. Papa was born second, Maria says. He is 1 year younger. Next is Emily, says Maria. She is Mama and Papa's first child. After Emily, you were born, says Louise. That's right, says Maria. I am Mama and Papa's second child. What about me? asks Louise. You were the last to be born, says Maria. You are the youngest. There, says Maria. Our family picture is done. Green, white, and red are the colors of the Mexican flag, says Maria. Maria and Louise blow up 5 green balloons. They blow up 5 white balloons and 5 red balloons too. I'm out of breath, says Louise. Readers, why did Maria and Louise pick green, white, and red balloons? That's right. Those are the colors in the Mexican flag. Let's see, says Maria. We painted a picture first. We blew up balloons second. The third thing we can do is fill the piñata. Maria gets the striped fish piñata from the shelf. Maria and Louise stuff the piñata with candy. When Louise thinks Maria isn't looking, he pops a piece of candy into his mouth. Maria gives him a hug. "You are silly," she says. Papa hangs the piñata. "We need a blindfold," says Maria. "We need a stick to break the piñata too." Abuela finds a red checked scarf for Maria and a long stick for Louise. Why do they need a blindfold? That's right. They were going to use the blindfold to cover their eyes while they try to hit and open the piñata. "The piñata is ready," says Maria. "The fourth thing to do is practice dancing, Louise." Maria and Louise dress in their party clothes. Then they dance and spin. Soon the house fills up with food, family, and music. There are 6 cousins, 2 aunts, 3 uncles, and 3 grandparents. There is Papa, Mama, Emily, Maria, and Louise too. There is one last thing we can do, Maria says, and it's the most fun. "What is it?" asks Louise. "Celebrate," says Maria. The end. Let's do some thinking about the story that we just read together. How did Maria and Louise prepare for their Mexican Independence Day family celebration? That's right. First, they painted the pictures of all the people in their family: Mama, Papa, Emily, Maria, and Louise. What did they do second? That's right. They blew up the balloons. Then they filled the piñata with candy. And last, they put on their party clothes and danced. Do you think that Maria and Louise like to work together? How can you tell? I agree. I think they enjoy working together. They are happy and they help each other complete at each of the tasks for the party. Think of how your family celebrates special days. How is the way your family celebrates special days the same as Maria and Louise's family? How is it different? Share your thinking with someone in your family. I hope you enjoyed reading with me today. I'll see you next time, readers. Bye.
Hi, writers! Wow, we have another great fiction story that's a great inspiration for our writing today. Maria's family celebration is such a great family story. It's a sweet story about how Maria prepared to celebrate Mexican Independence Day with her family. So I thought for one moment or two, let's think for a moment. Is there something, a special celebration or maybe a special tradition in your family? Maybe a special holiday that you celebrate or something you do every year. Some people have reunions. Those are really special times for your whole family to get together. Maybe there's a holiday that is really special to you. You enjoy celebrating it with those you love. So how do you celebrate that event? And who celebrates with you? Those are all things that our author of Maria's Family Celebration considered to write this story. So today, you could write your own story. Maybe your family could help out. You could together write a story about a special celebration in your family. All right? For today, I'm actually going to write about one part of our book today that I thought was super special. I thought it was really special how Maria made pictures of everyone in her family as part of the decorations for the Mexican Independence Day celebration. I thought that was really special. So, another thing you can do when you read fiction stories is you can write about them. You can practice using that as something to write about. So that's what I'll do today. And this is what I'm thinking about writing. I was thinking, I don't want to say that part of the story. How about this? They made a picture of their family that included Mama, Papa, Emily, Maria, and Luis. All right? So that's the part I really enjoyed, so I'm going to write that part. They. Is that a word that you practiced earlier? That's right, it is. But I'm going to start with what kind of a letter? Did you say capital letter? Ooh, you're so good at writing sentences. Yay! That's right, a capital T. I know you practiced this word earlier. Let's go ahead and practice it again. Use your finger because you can write wherever you like. If you're on the floor like I am, if you're in a chair or at a table, practice writing they. They. Excellent. They made. Oh my goodness. Earlier today in phonics, you practiced long vowels. Check it out. Look. The E makes the A long. Made. You practiced that one. Awesome. They made a picture. Picture. Oh, I'm going to help with that one. What do you hear at the beginning, though? That's right. A P. They made a picture of their family. Of is a high frequency word. You kind of have to know it by heart. So let's practice it. Here we go. Of. Look at it. Of. What letters do you need to make of? O, F. Of. I'm going to cover it. You have it? Of. Okay, let's practice writing. Of. Again. Of. Again. Of. Is that it? Okay, let's practice it one more time. Of. Awesome. Let's see. What do we have so far? They made a picture of their. Their. They start the same way. What two letters? That's right, a TH. Well done. Of their family. What do you hear in that first clap? Am. Ooh, very good. Family. Very good. Let's see. They made a picture of their family. Oh my gosh. They, their, that. Oh my gosh, what 2 letters? That's right, TH. Whew. You're so good with that sound, that TH sound. That included. Ooh, can you clap that one with me? Included. What was that first clap? Does it sound like a word you might know? Did you say in? Very good. It does start with the little word in. Included. Included. And now I'm going to list the family members in the book. I know how to spell their names. If you were writing a story or you're writing about your family celebration, this is a great time to practice writing the names in your family. All right? So help me out with Mama. What do you hear at the beginning? That's right, an M, and I'm going to write it with a capital M. Why? Oh my gosh, I heard a couple of people say, because it's a name. Names start with a capital. Very good. Mama. And then I'm going to have a comma here because I'm going to list everyone that's in her pictures, just like you might be listing people that are celebrating with you in your story. Mama. What do you hear at the beginning of Papa? Very good. A P again, a capital P. Mama, Papa. Emily. So I'm going to start with a capital E. Maria is next. That's right. With a capital M. Maria. And her little brother, Luis. What do you hear at the beginning of Luis's name? Very good. A capital L. Super. Wow. You wrote that really quickly. Thanks to you for all of your help. Let's read what we wrote. They made a picture of their family that included Mama, Papa, Emily, Maria, and Luis. Oh my gosh, well done. And friends, we practiced writing our high frequency words. We practiced a new high frequency word with of. We talked about the long vowel pattern here. We talked about how names have to have a capital letter. We know that the first letter in a sentence needs a capital, but also when we're writing people's names, they must start with a capital letter. All right? So hopefully this has inspired you to either write about today's book or write your own story with your family about your own special tradition, your own special celebration. And you too can practice writing names. All right? Keep up all the great work, writers. I will see you next week.
Hello, and welcome to At Home with APS, Kindergarten and First Grade Math. Today, our main topic is addition and subtraction story problems. My name is Nikki Jondal, and I'm a first grade teacher at Abingdon Elementary School. Our goal today will be to model and solve story problems using addition and subtraction within 20. Now, that's a first grade goal, but kindergartners, you're on your way there now. We'll start our math workshop today with a number sense routine called SPLAT. We'll move into our mini lesson, focusing on the steps for solving story problems. We'll finish up with a reflection, as well as a family math tip, to give you some ideas about how to bring story problems into life at home with your family. Alrighty, here comes our number sense routine. It's called SPLAT. I'll show you some blue dots, and then there'll be a splat that covers up some of the blue dots, and you'll have to think, how many dots are underneath the splat? And we'll finish each round by thinking, what can I learn from this picture? Alrighty, here comes our first one. How many blue dots do you see? You're probably going to count them. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We better double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, let's see. Yep, there are 7 blue dots. You got it. Here comes the splat. Splat! All righty. How many blue dots do you see now? I see 3. 1, 2, 3. So how many blue dots do you think are underneath the splat? Maybe you're thinking, I could start at the total of 7 and count back the 3 that I know are outside of the splat. 7, 6, 5, 4. We counted back 3, so I think there are 4 underneath the splat. Or maybe you're going to start at the part we know, 3, and count up to the total. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We counted up 4, so I think there are 4 underneath the splat. Or maybe you're thinking of the combinations that you know that make 7. And you're thinking, well, I know that 3 and 4 make 7, so if there's 3 out, there must be 4 underneath. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there were 4 dots underneath the splat. What's something you can learn from this picture? Oh, I know. I could learn that if you start with 7 and take away 4, you'll be left with 3. Or maybe you're thinking, I'm reconfirming that I know that 3 and 4 make a total of 7. Alrighty, let's try another one. How many blue dots do you see? Don't forget to double check. Did you see 10 dots? Nice job. Alrighty, here comes the splat. Splat! Ooh, maybe you're thinking of your combinations of 10. How many dots are under the splat? Maybe you're thinking, could I count forwards to figure this out? Could I count backwards to figure this out? Let's count and check to see how many dots were underneath the splat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could also count it by 2s. 2, 4, this one and this one, 6, 8. Alrighty, there were 8 dots underneath the splat. What could you learn from this picture? Maybe you're thinking 8 and 2 makes 10. I could learn that. Or maybe you're thinking, 10 take away 2 is the same as 8. So many different things you can learn from this picture. Thanks for playing SPLAT with me today. Next up will be our steps for solving story problems. Now it's time for the main part of our lesson. Today we'll be talking about the steps for solving story problems. A story problem is a real-life situation that you can use math to solve. Here are the steps for solving story problems that I like to use. First, I need to listen closely to what the problem is telling me. Then, I need to think, what is the problem asking me to do? Am I going to add 2 numbers together? Am I going to subtract a number away? Is it telling me one of the parts, or is it telling me the whole or the total? Once I've thought, what is the problem asking me to do? I need to choose a strategy to think about how can I solve this problem. Maybe I'm going to draw a picture. Maybe I'm going to use a tool like a reckon rec or a hundredths chart. Or lastly, I might act it out using objects. After I've chosen a strategy and solved it, then I need to show my thinking, really explaining what is the answer to the problem that was asked and then showing how I got it. Alrighty, let's give it a try. Okay. Steps 1 and 2 are listen closely and think, what is the problem asking me to do? Here comes the story problem. Listen closely. Sophie has 13 cookies. 4 of the cookies are chocolate, and the rest are vanilla. How many vanilla cookies does Sophie have? Were you imagining what was happening in that story problem? You probably saw Sophie and her 13 cookies. That's the total amount of cookies. That's the whole. And the story problem told us one of the parts. 4 of the cookies are chocolate, and the rest are vanilla. And what we need to do is figure out, well, how many vanilla cookies does Sophie have? What's the part of the whole that's just vanilla? Here's the equation I used to help me show my thinking. 13 total cookies is the same as 4 chocolate cookies plus how many vanilla cookies. That's what I've got to figure out. Alrighty, so let's choose a strategy. I could draw a picture to help me figure this out. I could use a tool like a Reckon Rack or a hundreds chart, or I could act it out. Today I'm going to choose to act it out. Alrighty, I'm going to use the tool I'll use to act it out today is a tens frame and counters. You could use counters at home like Cheerios or beans. I think I'm going to need 2 tens frames because we're adding up to the number 13. I'm going to start by putting my 4 chocolate cookies in my tens frame. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I know my total will be 13. So I'm going to add vanilla cookies, the yellow counters, until I get to 13. I was at 4, so now 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, but I know it's not 13 vanilla cookies. That's the total. So there were the 4 chocolate cookies, and now I'll count the vanilla cookies I added. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9! 4 plus 9 is the same as 13. So 9 is the part we were looking for. There are 9 vanilla cookies. Alrighty, now that I've used a strategy to figure it out, now I'm going to show my thinking. So one way I could show that is 13, take away the 4 chocolate cookies equals the 9 vanilla cookies. I could also use words to explain it. Sophie has 9 vanilla cookies. I answered the question from the story problem. I could also use a picture to show my thinking. I drew 13 cookies. I crossed out the chocolate ones. I drew a breakaway stick to make it really clear. Here are the chocolate ones. Here are the vanilla ones. And then I could count the vanilla ones to double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got it. And lastly, I could complete the equation that I started from the beginning. 13 cookies is the same as 4 chocolate cookies plus 9 vanilla cookies. Today, first graders and kindergartners, we use the steps for solving story problems. We listened closely to what the problem was. We thought, what is this problem asking me to do? Is it adding? Is it subtracting? Am I trying to figure out one of the parts, or am I trying to figure out the total? And then we chose a strategy. The strategy we chose today was acting it out using manipulatives. We used red and yellow counters and a tens frame. Lastly, we showed our thinking, because story problems always need an answer. What was the answer to our problem? And we showed our thinking using an equation as well as a picture. We've now come to the reflection part of our math workshop. It's always important to stop and think after you're done learning to think about, how did this affect my learning? How am I growing and changing? Here are our reflection questions for today. These are ones you might think about and talk about with your family at home. What steps did we take to solve the story problem? Can you name all the steps that we needed to follow? What materials might you use to help solve a story problem? Think about the materials you have at home that you could use. Maybe you're thinking about pencil and paper. Maybe you're thinking about what objects could you use to act it out. What other strategies might you use to solve your next story problem? Today we talked about using a picture and acting it out and using different tools. But what else could you do to figure out your next story problem? And lastly, talk with a family member at home about how can having strong number sense help you solve story problem. Remember, number sense is that ability to be able to think about numbers, the order they come in, how they combine to go together, being able to count. So how does all of that help you with story problems? Now you're probably thinking about, story problems. There's a lot to it. What can I be doing at home to help story problems be part of our everyday life? First up, think about how addition and subtraction story problems can fit into your day. I like to think about the different parts of my day. So maybe at breakfast, maybe we could do addition and subtraction story problems sitting down at breakfast every day. Or maybe thinking about the middle of the day. Maybe it would be a great quiet time activity to come up with some different story problems and then solve them as a family. Maybe you're thinking about in the afternoon. Maybe you spend some time outside. How could you do story problems while you're walking to the store, or while you're walking to the park, or while you're in your backyard? Story problems can happen really anywhere. Or maybe you're thinking about story problems at bedtime. Just like how you sit down and read a book together, well, after you read a book, could you come up with some math story problems that go along with that book? Math is so much about moving from the concrete objects that we can hold to the pictures that we can draw, and then lastly, the equations that we use to represent our thinking. So it's so important for our 5, 6, and 7-year-olds to continue to act out story problems so they really understand what it is that I'm doing before they move to that picture and then the equations to represent their thinking. So you can think about, what objects is my child already in love with and interacts with all the time to act out story problems? For your family, maybe that's Legos. Maybe that's food. Maybe that's dolls or toys or cars. Maybe that's rocks that you find at the playground. So use those objects that you're already using anyway to act out these story problems. And while you're doing these story problems, it's not just all about the answer. Really talk about, what was the strategy that you and your child could use to solve these different story problems? Ask them questions like, how do you know? Or what were the steps you took to figure it out? I hope you can have fun with story problems at home.
Hi, I'm Erin San, a teacher and a mindfulness coach. And what that means is I help people just like you use all of their senses to learn what's happening in their lives from moment to moment so they can stress a little bit less and smile a whole lot more. Today, I'm going to share with you a mindfulness exercise that is going to help you build up your concentration and your ability to listen. Are you ready? Good. So we're going to first by arriving in a comfortable seat, noticing our body. Remember that sometimes we need to wiggle and shake just a little bit to get out tightness and tension in our body before we can settle into a seat that is comfortable and still. Once you arrive there, maybe you want to keep your eyes open or maybe you close them. Start to notice how your breath feels coming in and out of your body. And now turn your attention to opening up your ears and listening to the sound of this bowl that I brought for you today. I'm going to play a sound. It may sound a little loud at first, but then the sound is going to get quieter. I want you to hear the sound at the very beginning. Listen to it with all of your concentration the whole way through, and when you don't hear it anymore, raise your hand. Ready? Was that easy or was that hard? Did you find it challenging to listen to the whole sound? Sometimes our mind gets distracted by something we see or something we think about or something else that we hear. So the more we can practice mindful listening, the easier it is for us to concentrate on one specific sound. There are lots of things that you need to listen to in and out of school so that you can follow directions, so that you can learn, and so that you can always stay safe. So let's try it one more time. Remember, listen to the sound from the very beginning until the very end. And when you don't hear it anymore, raise your hand. Very nice. That's how easy it is to practice mindfulness, giving all of your attention to something that you hear. Maybe it's your teacher's voice. Maybe it's a conversation with a friend. Maybe it's something that your parents are telling you or the people who take care of you want you to know. Maybe it's just going outside and listening to the beautiful sounds of nature. Whatever it is, next time you hear a sound, give it your full attention. Thank you so much for practicing mindfulness with me today. I look forward to seeing you again soon.
Second Step lessons are created by Committee for Children, who owns and controls all rights therein. Permission was granted to district to make and broadcast this video for educational use only by district parents, families, teachers, and counselors with students currently learning via television broadcast due to the impact of COVID-19. No other use of this video or Second Step lessons is permitted. Committee for Children, 2020. Hi everyone, Miss Davis here. I'm glad you're back. This week we're going to talk about different skills that help us learn. We can practice those skills and get better at them too. But let's start with a brain builder. Today's brain builder is called Number Mix-Up. Here are the rules. I'm going to say a list of numbers twice. Listen for the number that is different the second time, and then show me that number with your fingers. Sounds pretty simple, huh? Well, watch out for distractions. Let's play. 2, 4, 7, 9. 2, 4, 6, 9. Hopefully you should be showing me 6. Here's the next one. 7, 3, 0. 7, 2, 0. 2 is different the second time. Okay, let's get a little harder now. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 9, 10. 9 was different. Was that a little bit harder? Let's try another one. 2, 3, 6, 7. 2, 3, 6, 8. 8 was different. Let's try one more. 3, 8, 4, 1, 9. 3, 8, 5, 1, 9. Good job, everyone. What skills helped you be successful in today's Brain Builder game? Hopefully you're thinking, focusing attention, listening, and remembering were helpful skills. And it can be even harder to focus and listen when there are distractions, like the sound and images that came across the screen. So today, we're going to talk about focusing our attention and listening. Listening is a really important skill for learning. And to be a good listener, you have to know how to focus your attention. When you focus your attention and listen, you can focus on your teacher, hear directions clearly, and better understand lessons. These skills also help you get along better with your friends and your family. Take a look at this picture. This is Ayako. Ayako didn't focus her attention or listen carefully when her teacher told the class what materials they needed for their art project. Now, Ayako doesn't know what to do. How do you think Ayako feels? Look at her eyes and her arms and her shoulders. She's sad and upset. Show a thumbs up if you've ever forgotten to focus your attention and listen carefully, like Ayako. Yeah, me too. Everyone can learn skills to focus attention and listen. Before you can listen, you have to focus your attention first, and that's a skill that we can get better at. So let's pretend we're Ayako, and let's practice. Take a look at this chime. Concentrate. Put all your attention on this chime. Use your eyes, your ears, and your brain to hold your focus there. Tell yourself to ignore the distractions, like other things you might see or hear that could pull your attention away. Like maybe someone's talking nearby, or you hear a dog barking, or maybe there's a TV on somewhere. Try to focus using your eyes, your ears, and your brain on this chime. You're going to hear the sound of the chime, and I want you to listen and focus for as long as you can. When you don't hear the sound of the chime anymore, I want you to touch your nose. If you want, you can close your eyes if you think it will help you focus, or you can keep looking at the picture of the chime if that will help you listen better. Here we go. Good job. Practicing focusing our attention and listening in a simple way, like listening to a chime, helps us get better at those skills. So let's think of one thing Ayako could do next time she has to help herself focus and pay attention. I bet you're thinking she could use her eyes and make sure she's looking at the speaker. Also, keeping her body still helps her focus, and her voice off. It's hard to hear if you're talking too. Those are all ways to help listen and focus attention, and they're ways to be respectful, whether we're trying to talk with our friends or listen to our teacher. So next time Ayako focuses her attention and she listens to the directions. When she listens, she remembers what she hears and can think of what questions she wants to ask. These skills for learning help her stay focused and be a better learner. And I know they can do the same for you too. Today, we talked about two skills that are very important for learning: focusing attention and listening. When you focus your attention, it helps you listen. We're going to end today's video with a song called Be a Learner. I want you to listen for the skills we've talked about today in the song, and listen for clues about what skills we might be talking about on Wednesday. See you then.
All right. You come to school to learn, but there's lots of things to see and do, so make the most of it. The power is inside of you. Focus attention. Listen with your ears, eyes, and brain. Use your self-talk. Be assertive and you will gain. The lesson is starting up. Your eyes and ears are focused in. When someone starts to talk, show your respect by listening. Focus attention. Listen with your ears, eyes, and brain. Use your self-talk. Be assertive and you will gain. Be respectful. Be skillful. Be a learner. Be respectful. Be skillful. Be a learner. Yeah, I think you got it. Keep saying attack. Ignore distractions, that's the key. And when be sure to ask assertively. Focus attention. Listen with your ears, eyes, and brain. Use your self-talk. Be assertive and you will gain. Be respectful. Be skillful. Be a learner. Be respectful. Skillful. Be a learner.
Hola amigos, mi nombre es Ivanelsi Mejías y yo soy maestra en la Escuela de Inmersión Claremont. Hoy vamos a estar trabajando con problemas de matemáticas. ¿Cómo yo puedo resolver una historia matemática usando manipulativos, usando dibujos y buscando palabras claves que me ayuden a entender qué tengo que hacer para resolver el problema? Antes de comenzar nuestra lección, quiero que hagamos una rutina en el sentido numérico. ¿Estás preparado? Vamos a ver. Quiero que mires el tablero de 100 y yo voy a esconder los números. Los números han desaparecido. Ahora yo quiero que tú me ayudes a encontrar los números que siguen. Tengo el 1, 2, 5, 8, 10, 18, 16, 13, 11. ¿Qué número crees que va aquí? Muy bien, el 3. El 3 está después del número 2. 1, 2, 3. Y ahora, ¿qué número crees que va aquí? Excelente, 4. El número 4 está después del 3, pero está antes del 5. ¿Qué número crees que va en este cuadrado? Excelente. Vamos a continuar. Muy bien, 7. Y luego tenemos 8. Y luego viene el... Excelente, el número 9. Ya hemos completado nuestra primera fila y tenemos los números del 1 al 10. Vamos a ver qué números nos faltan para completar la segunda fila. ¿Estás listo? Vamos a continuar. Tengo el número 11. ¿Qué número viene después del 11? Excelente, el 12. Después tenemos 13 y luego viene el... Muy bien, 14. Excelente, 15, 16. Fantástico, 17, muy bien. 18. ¿Y qué número vendrá después del 18? Muy bien, 19. ¿Y cuál será el último número que va a completar esta línea? Mira bien los números. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 y 20. Muy bien, el número 20. Me encanta cómo has practicado los números, el número que va antes y el número que va después. Es importante que continúes practicando los números y puedes hacerlo en un tablero como este. Vamos a comenzar nuestra lección. El objetivo de contenido para la lección de hoy es resolver historias matemáticas de suma y resta hasta el 10 utilizando objetos concretos. El objetivo del lenguaje será identificar y mencionar quién tiene más o quién tiene menos objetos en un problema de matemáticas. ¿Cómo podemos resolver problemas de palabra en matemáticas? Bueno, pues los problemas de palabra en matemáticas son como cuando leemos un cuento. Los cuentos tienen un principio, un medio y un final. Y las historias matemáticas también tienen principio, medio y final. Escucha este ejemplo. Luis tenía 2 Beyblades. Él le da un Beyblade a su amigo para que puedan jugar juntos. Al final, Luis se queda con un Beyblade. Como puedes ver, al principio Luis tenía 2 Beyblades, luego le da uno a su amigo para que puedan jugar juntos y finalmente él se queda con un Beyblade. Los problemas matemáticos también tienen principio, medio y final. ¿Cómo comienza un problema de matemáticas? Es la cantidad inicial que tenemos. Al principio teníamos 2 Beyblades. Esa era nuestra cantidad inicial, el comienzo. Luego ocurre un cambio. Y ese cambio es la cantidad que quitamos de la cantidad del principio o la cantidad que añadimos. En este caso nosotros quitamos. Al principio teníamos 2 y quitamos 1 para dárselo a otro amigo. Y finalmente terminamos con una cantidad final, que en este caso nos quedó 1. Como puedes ver, los problemas de matemáticas tienen mucha relación con los cuentos. Siempre piensa que hay un principio, un medio y un final. Vamos a ver un ejemplo. Escucha con atención. Si pudieras escoger, ¿tú escogerías más galletas o escogerías menos galletas? Yo sabía que ibas a escoger más galletas. Muy bien, más significa tener un número más grande. Así que si tú puedes escoger, tú vas a escoger más galletas porque tú quieres tener mucho. Así que pon esta palabra en tu mente. Más es tener un número más grande. Vamos a ver algunos ejemplos de práctica. Vamos a practicar con Mariela y Joaquín. Escucha el problema. Mariela tiene 5 galletas. Joaquín le da 3 galletas. ¿Cuántas galletas tiene María en total? Recuerda el principio de nuestra historia. Mariela tiene 5 galletas. Vamos a darle 5 galletas a María. Cuenta conmigo. Contemos. 1, 2, 3, 4 y 5 galletas. Ese es el principio de nuestra historia. Mariela tiene 5 galletas. La próxima parte de nuestra historia dice que Joaquín le da 3 galletas. Ese sería el medio de nuestra historia. Joaquín agarra sus galletas y le da 3 galletas a Mariela. 1, 2 y 3 galletas. ¿Qué ha pasado con Joaquín? Muy bien, se ha quedado sin galletas. Entonces, ¿cuántas galletas tiene Mariela en total? Comparte con alguien en casa. Muy bien, vamos a contar. Mariela ahora tiene 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 y 8 galletas. ¿Fue esa tu respuesta? ¡Fantástico! Veamos el otro ejemplo. En este ejemplo, Mariela tiene 3 galletas. ¿Recuerda el principio de la historia? Mariela tiene 3 galletas. Joaquín le da 4 galletas. ¿Cuántas galletas tiene Mariela ahora? Vamos a comenzar con el principio. Mariela tiene 3 galletas. 1, 2, 3 galletas. Joaquín le da 4 galletas. 1, 2, 3 y 4 galletas. ¡Oh, my goodness! ¿Qué ha pasado aquí? Mariela tiene más galletas que Joaquín. Muy bien. Joaquín se ha quedado sin nada. Pobre Joaquín. Quiero que cuentes con alguien en casa cuántas galletas tiene Mariela ahora. Muy bien, veamos cuántas galletas tiene Mariela ahora. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 y 7. ¡Fantástico! Mariela ahora tiene 7 galletas. Vamos a ver otro ejemplo. Bien, en este problema ahora vamos a cambiar las cosas un poco. Vamos a leer el siguiente problema. Mariela tiene 5 galletas. Ella le da 2 galletas a Joaquín. ¿Cuántas galletas tiene Mariela ahora? ¿Por dónde puedo comenzar? ¿Cuál sería mi comienzo? Muy bien, Mariela tiene 5 galletas. Yo tengo que poner 5 galletas con Mariela. Cuenta conmigo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 galletas. ¡Fantástico! ¿Qué paso viene después? ¿Qué voy a hacer ahora? Muy bien, ahora viene el medio de la historia y en el medio de la historia dice que ella le da 2 galletas a Joaquín. Vamos a poner 2 galletas donde Joaquín. 1, 2 galletas para Joaquín. ¿De dónde salen las galletas de Joaquín? Muy bien, Mariela le da sus 2 galletas. Ella separó sus galletas, sacó 2 galletas de su grupo para poder dárselas a Joaquín. ¿Cuántas galletas le quedan a Mariela ahora? ¿Cuántas galletas ves aquí? Dile a alguien en casa cuántas galletas te quedan. ¿Cuántas galletas quedan? ¡Fantástico! Quedan 3 galletas. Ahora Mariela tiene 3 galletas. Piensa en esta pregunta. ¿Ella tiene más galletas ahora o tenía más galletas al principio? Al principio ya tenía 5 galletas y ahora tiene 3. Muy bien, al principio tenía más galletas, ahora tiene menos porque compartió sus galletas con Joaquín. ¡Excelente! Veamos este otro ejemplo. Y este me gusta mucho porque tiene que ver con el verano. Hay 3 niños y 3 niñas en la piscina. ¿Cuántos niños hay en la piscina? El principio me dice que hay 3 niños. Vamos a poner 3 niños a nadar. 1, 2 y 3 niños a nadar. El medio me dice que hay 3 niñas en la piscina. Vamos a llevar 3 niñas cerca de la piscina. ¡Fantástico! Ahora, el final es ¿cuántos niños hay en la piscina? Comparte con alguien en casa cuántos niños hay en la piscina. Muy bien, hay 6 niños en la piscina. Cuenta conmigo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 y 6. Recuerda que en este problema no estamos compartiendo nada. Estamos combinando los niños y las niñas. 3 niños y 3 niñas combinados hacen un total de 6 niños en la piscina. Muy bien, listo. Ahora es tiempo de que practiquemos todo lo que hemos aprendido en los problemas matemáticos anteriormente. Vamos a ver. Hay 3 sapos en el lago. 2 sapos más saltan hacia el lago. ¿Cuántos sapos hay en total en el lago? Recuerda, al principio nos dice que hay 3 sapos en el lago. Luego 2 sapos más saltan hacia el lago. ¿Cuántos sapos en total van a tener dentro del lago? Comparte con alguien en casa tu pensamiento. ¿Estás listo? ¿Cuántos sapos hay en el lago ahora? Muy bien, ahora hay 5 sapos. Habían 3, luego se suman, se añaden 2 más a la laguna y en total nos quedan 5 sapos en la laguna. Muy bien, veamos el próximo ejemplo. Bien, y este ejemplo nos dice que Sara tiene 5 jelly beans. Su amiga le da 4 jelly beans más. ¿Cuántos jelly beans tiene ella ahora? Al principio dice que Sara tiene 5 jelly beans. Luego nos dice que su amiga le dio 4 jelly beans más. ¿Cuántos jelly beans tiene ella ahora? ¿Cuántos jelly beans tiene en total? Otra manera de pensar es ¿cuántos objetos yo veo en total? Te voy a dar un poco de tiempo para que pienses y compartas con un familiar en casa cuántos jelly beans tú ves en total. Muy bien, ¿cuántos jelly beans vistes? ¡Excelente! Hay 9 jelly beans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 y 9. ¡Fantástico! Vamos a ver si estás listo para el próximo. Hay 10 niños en el autobús y quiero que prestes mucha atención en este porque este es un poquito diferente. Hay 10 niños en el autobús y 4 niños se bajan del autobús, o sea que salen del autobús. ¿Cuántos niños quedan en el autobús? Tenemos 10 niños. Y si 4 se van del autobús, ¿con cuántos nos vamos a quedar? Pues yo voy a usar estas X para eliminar los niños que se bajan del autobús. Si se bajan del autobús, significa que ya están ahí. Así que con esta X yo voy a sacar 4 niños del autobús porque es la información que me da el problema. 1, 2, 3 y 4. Hay 4 niños que han sido eliminados porque se han bajado del autobús. ¿Puedes contar cuántos quedan en el autobús? Muy bien, ¿me puedes decir cuántos niños quedan en el autobús? ¡Excelente! Quedan 6 niños en el autobús. Muy bien, has hecho un excelente trabajo. Te felicito. Hola familias, ha sido un placer inmenso practicar con sus hijos en el día de hoy. Espero que ellos hayan disfrutado la lección y hayan sobre todo practicado y repasado todo lo que han aprendido en la escuela. Algunos consejos de lo que usted puede hacer en casa para ayudar a su hijo a continuar practicando las matemáticas, especialmente esta destreza de problemas de palabras que tantas dificultades le da a los niños. Es que es bien importante que ustedes lean el problema varias veces. Una sola vez no es suficiente para que el niño entienda lo que está queriendo decir el problema. Leerlo 2, 3 veces va a ayudar mucho a que el estudiante pueda entender más rápido y de mejor manera lo que tiene que hacer en el problema. Otra cosa es preguntarle a su hijo qué le está pidiendo el problema que encuentre. La pregunta que tiene siempre el problema al final es la clave para saber si va a sumar o va a restar. Motive a su hijo a que preste atención a las palabras claves. Siempre que esté leyendo, que circule, que marque, que identifique las palabras que le van a ayudar a entender qué operación de matemáticas tiene que hacer. Y por favor, siempre pídale que haga una representación, un dibujo de lo que el problema le está diciendo. Eso le ayuda mucho a encontrar la respuesta más rápido. Hay varias palabras claves que usted puede enseñarle a su hijo en cuanto a suma o resta. Algunas palabras claves que su hijo puede identificar para saber si tiene que sumar o restar es en total, todos juntos, combinar o más que. Hay muchas otras palabras, pero estas son de las más comunes y las más que se usan. Otras palabras clave para identificar si tiene que restar son las palabras diferencia, menos que, quedan, menos y quitar. Con la ayuda de estas palabras, su hijo podrá identificar la operación de matemática que mejor representa el problema. Espero que hayan aprendido, hayan practicado y se hayan divertido en esta lección y nos veremos pronto. ¡Hasta luego!